Alright, what's going on, guys? So we finally got the rematch that we all wanted to see, but it did not plan out how we all expected it to pan out. Um, I'm disappointed in the Rockets mainly because, they had a quarter and a full game without KD and they couldn't win. And there is no excuses for that. Um, There's no excusing Chris Paul for hardly even showing up. I think he only showed up in um, the last two games, and I am using showing up very lightly because this CP3 is not the same as last year's CP3. So when people say, that last year's CP3 was the reason why they lost, I believe it. I do. I think if CP3 had been out there, they had a chance to win. This year's CP3, however, even if you had two of them on the court, I just don't see them winning. CP3 was not doing very good at all this entire series. I'm not entirely sure why, and it's not the series alone. It's like the first round as well. You can see him struggling. I'm not sure if his body is finally decomposing or what exactly is going on, but he was not playing up to par to what we think CP3. When we hear the name CP3, we think one of the best point guards, right, in the league. But that's not the case, or at least it wasn't in the playoffs for some reason. Harden did okay. He did better than most post seasons. People always want to say that he chokes under pressure. Honestly, he doesn't decrease like people would make you believe. It's not like he turns into a scrub. He still is a good player, and you should still want him in your team. However, his numbers and efficiency goes down a little bit. It's fine. It's not a big deal. However, it was a big deal in this particular series because it's the Warriors. Rockets got out rebounded. Kevon Looney did outstanding. You gotta respect that man. He did something that Capella couldn't do, even though he's getting paid more, which is crazy. I think Looney really stepped it up. If this had been a finals game, I think Looney should have won, finals MVP or whatever. But unfortunately, it's just semifinals, conference semifinals. So it's really not that important. I am impressed with the Warriors. I should say that out of the gate. This is not like, oh my god, I hate the Warriors video. I honestly don't hate the Warriors. I like the Warriors, I guess, but I don't like KD. Or not, I don't like his decision to go to Golden State. I don't have a problem with Curry, Clay. I think they are probably the best shooters I have ever seen. I don't think anybody can debate that. Of course, KD, one of the greatest shooters I have ever seen as well. So it's crazy. That's the reason why I didn't want KD going there in the first place. But it is what it is. He went there anyway. So KD went out, right? What was it? Right calf, something, right? He should return if everything goes well. He should return for the conference finals. Even if he doesn't, we'll see who they go up against. But I got the Warriors winning anyways. I just, if the Rockets couldn't beat them, I don't expect Denver or the Trailblazers to beat them. I just don't see it happening. So that's crazy, right? Here is, I guess, the breakdown. Let's talk about why the Rockets can't seem to win, um, and despite analytics, right? So you may be wondering what I'm gonna say. Now here is the thing about analytics. The truth is that they are correct. They are actual facts. They are information. The best way to beat the Warriors is by shooting either threes or going to the basket. Those are the two main scoring. Those are the two most efficient ways of scoring. But the Rockets have this information and they are misusing this information. They are mishandling this information because they basically said, we are only going to be using what is efficient. And that is wrong. That is wrong. The reason why it's wrong is they are efficient because there is a reason why they are efficient. Like, sure, you can choose to only shoot threes and go to the hoop, but if you're basically telling your enemies, right, your strategy, why would you possibly think that's going to work? Like, if you're telling your opposing team, I'm only going to shoot threes, what do you think is going to happen when they see you near the basket? They're gonna ignore you. They're gonna be like, oh, well, he doesn't shoot twos, so they're gonna wait for you to go to the 3-point line, and they're gonna defend the 3-point line. That's it. And that's an example. Of course, the Rockets shoot, layups and stuff, but it's the same concept. You are locking yourself to two options, right? The layups and the three. That means that the Warriors aren't really concerned with you shooting the mid-range. They don't care because they know either way you're going to want to drive all the way. So, of course, they're going to collapse the rim, right? There's like three people there every time Harden wants to drive. Why? Because they know that's how they play. They know Harden isn't a great 3-point shooter. So obviously his best choice is either to drive or to draw a foul. Which is what's wrong with the Rockets. You have this information, but you are assuming that you should stop trying mid-range or you should stop trying all these other things because they are not efficient. I guess the most efficient things are threes and twos for the particular reason that the opposing teammates never know what you're really gonna do, right? Like, they don't know you're at the three, for example. They don't know if you're gonna step up, make a mid-range, step back, shoot a three, just straight up shoot a three in their face. They don't know if you're gonna go and dunk the ball. Like, they don't know anything, right? So if you're basically telling them, well, I'm only gonna shoot threes, I'm only gonna dunk the ball, they're not gonna be concerned with other options. So that's really what I think is the main issue with the Rockets, why they lost, which is pathetic. There's no excuse for it. I'm sorry, Rockets fans, but there's just no excuse. Now, major props to the Warriors, right? They won the series. They were the much better team. Now, here is the crazy part. We all sat here, right, analyzing games, analyzing the Warriors play, their state of mind. At one point, I remember saying that, yes, they didn't seem like they cared. You know, like for example, in the regular season, they just didn't look interested. When they versed the Clippers, they just didn't look interested in winning because they knew they were gonna win either way, right? Like, and I have some people saying like, "Oh my God, you know, the Warriors actually lost those games." So they did not. All right, Clippers had no chance, and we saw it with Houston. Houston had no chance, and you might be saying, "Well, they won 2 games." Did they? Did they? Like, honestly, do you think the Warriors actually lost those games? Do you think Houston actually outperformed? Now, obviously, the answer would be yes, because they did score more. However, you heard what Draymond Green said. He said, when KD was here, we got lazy. That's literally what he said. We got lazy. Does that sound like he's saying, you know, we were challenged? No, he's just saying, like, it was so easy that we just didn't really feel like playing hard. We just kind of went with the flow, you know? Just shot up. It's like you're going to the park, play a casual game, right? Just shoot from anywhere on the court. You don't care if it's going in or not, because you know you're playing against a bunch of third graders or something. Like, that's pretty much what it is. So that was crazy, which to me means, one, if they realize that they do have the potential to still be the best team even without KD, what makes you think that there is any other team in the league that actually has a chance to beat them? I am honestly curious to know what people think, because at this point I just don't think there's any other team in the league capable of beating, not after what Draymond said. Maybe, you know, and deep down I knew it. However, I just wasn't aware that they were aware of that. So, if they know that they can be the best team in the league without KD, what do you think is going to happen if, let's say, the Bucks or Raptors were to go to the finals? I think the Warriors would win in 5-6 games. I just don't think there is any other team in the league that can take them. What Draymond said really put me on this kind of thought, like, god damn. You know, like, I knew it was unfair, but I didn't know it was this unfair. So with that being said, I just don't think there's any other team in the league. Yeah, I don't even think the Rockets ever had a chance in the first place. Like I said, I did back then, but not anymore. So let me know what you all think. This is major props to the Warriors. Steve Kerr, trash. Sorry, but so is D'Antoni, trash. So you know that's it for me. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all soon when the next team wins. Oh, by the way, I gotta talk about the Raptors as well. Well, that's for another video. See y'all soon.